Listen now, beloved, with a leaning heart rather than rushed ears. I address you with a kind voice and a directive that is laden with concern. You are held, you are seen, and you are recognized. I am aware of the painful spots and the dark corners of your psyche. I have experienced the loneliness you bear when the world becomes chilly and noisy. I have walked with you through the long evenings. Rest in the silence I brought, take a breath. Allow the cadence of my presence to calm your soul. Don't allow fear to take up residence in your heart. Fear will murmur falsehoods, such as that you are alone, that your efforts are in vain, and that your blunders will permanently mark you. Those rumors are untrue. Your past does not determine your future. I tell you frankly, I've taken away your humiliation and put it behind you. I merely have an open hand and an unwavering intent. There is no ledger I maintain against you. Lift your gaze when worrying swarms in like a tempest. You may walk into a light that you cannot lose or earn. Sometimes the burden feels heavier than you can handle at certain seasons. Don't think you have to bear everything by yourself. At such times, the adversary will attempt to persuade you that independence equates to strength, and pride will encourage you to conceal your trembling. That's not how heaven works. Leaning, not faking, is where strength lies. Lean on me, please allow me to bear your burdens. I will offer you a serenity that comes. Even the craziest whines when you lay your troubles at my feet. Listen, the forces that surround you are not arbitrary. There are forces at play that want to pull you away from the purpose I have painstakingly crafted for you. They push through comparison, humiliation, jealousy, and fear. Their goal is to isolate you and make your desire smaller till it satisfies their resentment. However, I warn you now, avoid falling into the trap. Don't take your eyes off what I gave you. Continue to blaze the little, courageous flame within of you. Angels are close by, sent to protect and lead. When you follow my guidance, they keep an eye on every step you take. Those who oppose you do not leave you to their schemes. Today, make the decision to reject the advice that drags you down. Be in the company of those who encourage you, who gently tell the truth, and who think that I have excellent things in store for you. Critics who judge you based on their own anxieties should not deter you. Let people who care about you strengthen your steps and follow my example. Now join me in declaring, I walk with the one who safeguards every step. I will not walk alone. I am aware of the hidden pain of waiting. Waiting is a location of refinement where faith is solidified. It is not a place of laziness. Waiting, however, may be disheartening as anticipation wanes. Therefore, I advise you to take care of your heart while you wait. Take advantage of this opportunity to strengthen your ties to me. Declare your faith out loud. Remind yourself of the truth you have tasted when doubt arises. I am with you and my timing is perfect. Even now, breakthrough is on its way to you. It is the very field that prepares the harvest. Therefore your patience is not in vain. Keep an eye out for the subtle ways that fatigue attempts to rob you of your attentiveness. A weary spirit gets weak and gives in to little compromises that result in significant losses. Protect your inner life, use prayer, restful rhythms, and open confession to keep it safe. I provide healing when you are truthful with me. I bring repair when you are open and honest. Humility cures, pride conceals. Be truthful, tell me what your weakness is. You'll discover a sense of familiar power. My child, walk boldly in faith and love with your super. Thanksgiving $5, let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the Super Thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace. Now and listen to this message further. I won't keep you where you are indefinitely. I have plans beyond your wildest expectations. I won't, however, hurry you through the required seasons. Character is built by bravely repeating tiny decisions. Growth takes time. Walk slowly, please make progress in the little things. When it is simpler to curse, choose to bless instead. When the natural thinking is shortage, decide to give. These little acts of obedience increase your ability to receive the grace I plan to provide. Don't let other people's views consume your spirit. Applause, fans, or the volume of your achievements are not indicators of your value. No praise or criticism can change the value I have put in you. When others criticize you, keep in mind that the most important voice is yours. Remind yourself of the soft voice that calls you cherished when your inner critics scorn you. The rest will start to diminish as you practice hearing that voice more. I want to offer you practical things like wisdom for making choices, clarity when there is uncertainty, doors that will open, and an unexpectedly arriving supply. However, these gifts are often linked to a heart that is prepared to take good care of them. Avoid taking on duties you can't fulfill. Plan with trust rather than haste, and protect your money with judgment rather than fear. I don't want you to be crushed beneath unnecessary weight. Strike a balance by being fearless while following your calling and cautious when accepting things that would shackle your tranquility. Hear me out, miracles are manifestations of my unwavering love, not violations of my law. I act like a father who loves to surprise his kid with something nice. I sometimes send mind-blowing miracles like doors opening and healings occurring out of nowhere. At other times I work in silence, shifting hearts, gaining the favor of strangers and reducing resistance. Be patient with my modest methods, but expect the extraordinary. They both describe my sensitivity. You are being positioned for favor. I declare with the authority of love. You will use even the obstacles that attempted to stop you to further your ascent. Those who intended harm could look on and awe as your life turns into a triumphant testament to kindness. However, the turning is often gradual peace. together throughout periods of obedient faithfulness. Continue planting where I have put you. Continue serving without clapping. When the proof seems scant, don't give up, like the roots of a tree that grow undetected. Before it yields a bountiful harvest, life in me expands subtly and then abruptly. It's normal for friends to change or for those you trusted to let you down, because human hearts are brittle. They don't always reflect how stable my love is. I am loyal, however. I cherish your real family. Instead of turning to resentment, allow disappointment to draw you closer to me. Don't let resentment consume your heart. It will ruin your tranquility and the future I have planned for you. Rather, offer out prayers for those who have hurt you. Let go of your judgment. Blessing creates an opening for blessings to come back. A voice of reproach likes to point out all of your mistakes. It wants you to kneel under heavy embarrassment. However, I say that you are forgiven. Your slate has been cleansed. When you come with a remorseful heart, nothing remains to condemn you. Live as a free person who is thankful, not reckless, and so forthright about personal development. Although forgiveness alters how consequences mold you, it does not remove them. Refrain from punishing yourself. Proceed in the freedom I bought for you. How will I know the right step? You may ask. Come often to quietness, I respond. You will make little decisions that seem big in the midst of the marketplace's chaos. Set aside a special area every morning to listen to my advice. I will guide your routes as you give me access to your day. My advice is clear and kind. Go when I tell you to. Wait when I tell to wait. It takes work to learn. My cadence began with little choices to develop your judgment. For bigger ones, the voyage will need bravery, so don't be naive. There will be times of the year when the storms will try your limits, and the adversary will try to break your hope with terror or entice you with quick routes. Remember who you are during those hours. Indicate which of the following statements is true. I am favored, selected, and appointed for excellent deeds. Say these statements out loud until they become ingrained in your body. Declare the enemy's intentions will be thwarted and no weapon developed against me will be successful. Hold on to that pledge and see how mountains shift. I send angels to be active ministers in your life, not just pictures. Some will arrive to protect your slumber, while others will unlock doors you were unaware existed. Unseen hands arrange opportunities on the other side of your obedience. When you are urged to speak in a moment, remember that heaven often utilizes the ordinary to bring about the exceptional. When you believe an encounter was random, be receptive to little reminders. A meeting you almost missed, a text you almost didn't send. These are the threads that angels sometimes pull. Make humility your clothing. Being humble does not imply having a lower opinion of oneself. Rather, it entails having a positive self-perception. Although you are a vessel of glory, you are also reliant. And when reliance leads you to the source, it is a blessing. Humbleness will help you develop. Pride will prevent you from seeing correction. Take advice from the knowledgeable. Take correction like medication you create. Space for the Spirit to work when you are humble. I am bringing up a generation of individuals who will act bravely and compassionately. You're involved in that movement. Your bravery is the choice to go on despite your fear, not the lack of it. In a society that often chooses harshness, your softness is not weakness, but the ability to love. When combined, they will provide hope where despair had taken root and healing where wounds had festered. There will be times when your life will be impacted by success. Achievement may be both a test and a blessing. Don't allow it to change who you are. Use the provision I send liberally. Instead of erecting barriers, use success to widen the circle of good around you. Share with others who are at risk. Get your table open. Allow your thankfulness to be measured by your giving. And when dread strikes, for it will face it with a simple exercise. First, state the fear aloud, and then state the truth. Fear whispers you are alone. Truth responds, I am with you always. Fear says, I will fail. Truth says you will not be abandoned. Fear loses its power in that exchange. Little repeated promises won't weaken you. Continue to tell the truth I have already spoken over you with promises of healing, rich life, and purposeful fulfillment. They are dependent on your desire to trust and follow rather than your level of perfection. Enjoy the freedom that comes from knowing that my love is stronger than anything you can accomplish. When obstacles arise, see them as opportunities for growth rather than as rejections. I'm constantly guiding you to finish. Make the decision to avoid anything that makes you feel less confident today. Don't stay in partnerships that make you feel less valuable. Select friends who support your bravery and who share your tears. When you are honest, select mentors who are nice and hold you to a high level of ethics. Put your time where it will have the most spiritual impact. Your life is a vocation to care for the talents I have given you, not a test to impress others. Now take a moment with me and take in this reality. You are a cherished child. You are loved beyond measure. And my faithfulness, not your shortcomings, will determine your destiny. Keep that words close to your heart. Let it stop the frightful muttering. Allow it to serve as the prism through which you see options. When you have to make choices that make you anxious, use this stability to replace your nervousness. If you get this word and think you're being detained, type yes. Keep sharing your little things with me, such as your everyday anxieties, your dim hopes, and the unspoken demands you are afraid to express. Nothing is too little for me to handle. You never get old to me. Hearing your voice never gets old to me. Visit, often talk clearly. I'll respond, I'll provide healing, and equip you with the knowledge to take advantage of every opportunity. Remain close, my darling. Remain calm, don't give up. I'm moving on your behalf and I'm with you. Breathe in this silence, my darling, and let my words to fall like rain on parched ground. Echoes from yesterday have been weighing you down. Every day, even if they weren't supposed to. Now let them go. I've already broken every chain of regrets that replay for you, get away from it. Although the past has given you valuable lessons, it has no bearing on the path I have charted for you. Keep your gaze ahead. The vista I set in front of you is full with unanticipated kindness and fruit that surpasses your wildest expectations. While some changing seasons seem to be coming to an end, they really mark the start of something new. When what was comfortable disappears, don't shrink. The loss as a refinement. I'm already working on a new entry that will better suit your inner calling. When doors shut, have faith in the rearranging process in order to make room for what will. Respect your spirit and further my purpose in you. I sometimes eliminate the familiar. You'll be amazed at how precisely I plan your course. No aspect is missed, no timing is off. When someone criticizes you, respond in a composed and grounded manner. You don't have to protect what I've gained. Your consistency will reassure the tired and perplex the detractors. Voices who condemn cast doubt on and enshroud your worth in conditional measurements will be there to disturb you. Live obediently in the light you have been given in order to respond to them. You are then trying to prove yourself to those who are nervous. Live as if your value is determined by love rather than by the whims of the masses. I'll hold on to you. This is an ongoing endeavor rather than just a pledge. Angels are tasked with attending to your needs. They stand poised at the fork on the road, where choices may change your path and flank your feet. Angels often reinterpret reality around the tiniest tacks of faith, so keep that in mind when obedience seems little and unimportant. You just need to say yes to initiate invisible alignments. Anticipate miracles that happen via acts of generosity. Strangers opening doors for you, or unexpected insight in a seemingly insignificant discussion. Heaven enjoys figuring out the mundane. When hope comes back stronger than ever, don't be shocked when fueled by faith. The life I give you is a wildfire of purpose, rather than a dim flicker. Even your once dead dreams will resurrect and expand. Bring them to me in the same way that a kid presents a damaged toy. The kind touch you give it will restore it to its original state. I increase your little contributions, not make fun of them. With perseverance and devoted activity, tend to your goal. Watch how fields of blessing appear, where you previously saw only dirt, as you sow little seeds of obedience and water them with praise. Your love and support mean everything to us as we continue sharing God's message of hope, faith, and blessings. If this message has touched your heart, We humbly invite you to show your gratitude by giving at least $11 super thanks or your choice each month. Whoever can give super thanks, please give as much as possible. And whoever cannot, please try to read this message completely. Your generosity helps us create more uplifting content that inspires souls and brings people closer to God. By clicking the Super Thanks button below, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a part of this divine mission to spread God's love to those who need it most. Thank you for your kindness. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and may God's grace always be with you. Take care of your heart. Protect it just as you would a valuable secret. The sensitive regions that yearn for approval or affection are the objectives of the adversary. Run to me with that agony as soon as you detect it. Instead of nursing it alone, pour it out. Being honest with me helps you recover. I pay attention to the desires you hardly acknowledge, even to yourself, and I can hear the hushed tones underlying your remarks. Instead of being ashamed, let your vulnerability be your power. In openness I mend what was damaged. If you look for practical insight, you will discover it. Avoid making hasty financial or interpersonal commitments without first seeking guidance and prayer. Wisdom consults before acting. It respects the community. Seek advice from people with integrity who have experienced what you are going through. Instead of using fear or haste to guide your choices, use judgment and optimism. When you ask, I'll give you clarity. Sometimes it's a little pry, and other times it's a whole revelation. Have patience while I unveil things. My techniques are gentle and accurate. Seasons of favor will come, and with favor comes accountability. Be grateful and manage blessings when they come your way, even when there is enough. Give liberally and lead a simple life. The scope of what comes next will depend on how you utilize what I allow you. Bless the people who aren't seen. Give to those who are unable to repay you. The language of heaven is generosity, which keeps your heart tender and in line with the qualities I mold in you. You have resources that go beyond worldly possessions, yet fear will try to loudly voice your shortcomings. You possess a store of hope, bravery, and a community that, when properly selected, will bring light into dark spaces. Select connections that bolster your character and deepen your religion. Don't tie your identity to a certain position or to audience cheers. I have strong roots that can weather any storm. Allow disappointment to be the first step toward greater trust, rather than resentment when it occurs. Your setbacks serve as a preparation for a greater benefit, rather than as arrows intended to destroy. You bend not toward bitterness, but toward healing. You will be set free more quickly by forgiveness than by any effort at justice, devoid of mercy. Blessing people who have hurt you has power. It breaks the bonds they intended to create. I tell you straight, you are valuable in and of yourself. The truth cannot be altered by a rumor, an enemy whisper, or a personal failure. You are worth more than money. Allow that reality to sink into your bones. Call forth the truth that I have put inside you. When guilt starts to creep up like a vine, continue until the falsehoods stop being told. Confirm to yourself that you are loved, forgiven, called, and appointed for good deeds. Say them aloud until they become your daily cadence. Don't ignore the silent routines that keep you going. Moments of thankfulness, daily silence, and the practice of sincere introspection are not religious tasks, rather, they are lifelines. Let me join you in the rhythm of your day every morning. Establish your plans and increase your level of trust. I'll reorganize my priorities and create space for what really counts. Over the break, in big seasons, your dedication in little rhythms pays off. On certain evenings, you may worry that others are forgetting you. I am at my closest on such evenings, leaning close to comfort, and keep an eye on your slumber. Then talk to me, whisper your troubles. I turn them into testimonies to perseverance and gather them like priceless diamonds. Your tears are not in vain for future happiness. They irrigate the earth one day. The pain will become a memory that helps you develop compassion. The scars will hone your ability to heal others. Be ready for doors to open in unexpected ways. Don't let perfectionism stop you from taking advantage of opportunities. Instead, test them wisely and in prayer. More kingdom fruit is sometimes produced by the courageous action performed inadequately than by the ideal plan postponed endlessly. Have faith in my time and act bravely. More important than your assurance is your obedience. Allow your faith to guide you, and never forget that you are not the only one directing your life. At every turn, I am the focal point. My presence is wrapped around the path ahead. Even when a battle is intense, the pressure helps you develop your strength and shape your testimony. You will realize that every hardship served is a thread in a tapestry that now exhibits beauty and meaning. Your tale is a braided melody of redemption rather than a maze of remorse. If your heart responds positively to these words, you will go on with confidence. Continue to walk with fearless humility. Continue to choose love over fear. Continue to be open to receiving and giving. I am with you now for all the tomorrows I have promised, and in the action that lies ahead. Now, dear, walk in the tranquility I have spoken over. You no longer bear the burden of the past. Your heart has been rejuvenated, and your slate has been wiped. I go before you to soften any resistance. Send angels to keep watch and unlock doors. Accept my healing bravely, simply without hesitation. Trust your singing and let thankfulness be your breath. Accept the task I will perform through you, and get up with optimism. Declare out loud, I am held, I am healed, I am free. Take comfort in this assurance. Go with bravery and know that I am always by your side. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification